Hey all, my name's Michael, welcome to the channel, and we're going to be getting into some 4chan stories. If you enjoy the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Now, let's begin. Be Me 31 just got nuked by my fiancée Melissa after 5 years together. Literally had wedding venue booked, invitations already sent out. Found out she was studying late with her thesis advisor, Professor Chad. Professor Chad drives motorcycle and has PhD in breaking hearts apparently. Soul has encountered fatal error and needs to restart. Spend 4 months becoming one with my gaming chair and surviving on pizza rolls. Apartment transforms into certified disaster zone, laundry mountain growing. Friends keep suggesting dating apps like Heartbreak is software bug with quick patch. Hermit mode activated, only leave for grocery runs at 3 a.m. Finally, roommate threatens to list my room on Craigslist if I don't socialize. Drag myself to trivia night at local brewery on Tuesday. Sitting alone at corner table, looking like personification of dial-up internet. Nursing IPA that tastes like liquid regret and poor life choices. Suddenly, familiar voice behind me ordering complicated craft cocktail. Turn around, nearly choke on beer foam. It's Zoe, Melissa's cousin who works in veterinary medicine. Only interacted with her at family barbecues and holiday parties. Always remembered her as the quiet bookworm with rescue animals on her phone. She'd roll her eyes when Melissa complained about boring people. Gave me genuine smile once when I helped her carry injured bird to car. Never really had real conversation beyond small talk about weather. But now she's different somehow, more confident, wearing leather boots, has this whole mysterious librarian energy going on. Dark hair in braids, vintage glasses, small tattoo peeking from wrist. My brain trying to process this character development. Zoe notices me staring, walks over with drink in hand, slides into chair across from me like she planned this encounter. Orders something with gin and herbs, bartender treats her like regular. She studies my face with analytical expression. Well, if it isn't Melissa's ex-fiancé looking like he lost bet with life itself. Brutal but accurate assessment, thanks. GIF. I mumble something about Professor Chad and his stupid motorcycle. She actually snorts, almost spills fancy cocktail on table. Honestly, she always had worse taste in men. Present company excluded, obviously. Wait, did she just insult and compliment me simultaneously? My confusion levels reaching maximum capacity. Conversation starts awkward, but gradually finds its footing. She asks about my software development job. I crack jokes about debugging hell. She actually gets my programming references instead of glazed over stare. Turns out she does data analysis for animal research studies. We bond over SQL queries and statistical nightmares. She shows me photos of current foster kittens on her phone. They're ridiculously adorable. She narrates each one's personality. This one's Gandalf, he's dramatic and knocks everything over. Meanwhile, my biggest responsibility is keeping Houseplant alive. Spoiler, it's dying. She talks to me like I'm interesting human instead of Melissa's leftover baggage. 1 drink becomes 2, 2 becomes 3. By 4th round, she's moved closer, our knees almost touching, teasing me about my sad programmer in flannel aesthetic. I fire back about her mysterious cat lady professor vibe. She throws coaster at my head, we're both laughing like teenagers. Then she drops conversation bomb. You know, I always thought Melissa was settling. My brain doing Windows 95 startup sounds. Me trying to process this information while she continues. She never seemed to actually understand your sense of humor or appreciate your kindness. Bartender brings us another round without being asked. Her ankle brushes against mine under table, sends electric shock through system. Doesn't pull away, just maintains eye contact like testing my reaction. My heart rate spiking like I'm running boss fight. Conversation drifting from family gossip into uncharted waters. She asks about my recovery plans post-Melissa disaster. I joke about becoming hermit who codes from cave and adopts cats. She grins mischievously. Wow, the ladies must be fighting over that lifestyle. I shoot back. What about you, still intimidating men with your veterinary knowledge? Her laugh should be registered as dangerous weapon. She leans in closer, voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Maybe I just haven't met anyone worth breaking my no dating rule for. Brain has officially left chat, Elvis has left building, trivia night ending, other patrons filtering out slowly. We migrate outside, cool evening air hitting like reality check. She offers to call rideshare, I insist I can walk home. She looks at my outfit skeptically. You'll definitely get mugged in that programmer uniform. Before I can argue, she's already typing in my phone. Saves contact as Animal Whisperer, Family Secret. Sends herself a message. This is the guy who's funnier than Melissa deserved. Her phone buzzes. She smirks while reading, now we're conspirators. Quick goodbye hug that lingers just long enough to be suspicious. Walk home in daze, replaying entire conversation like movie scenes. Collapse into bed, clutching phone, staring at new contact. Animal Whisperer, Family Secret, glowing like forbidden treasure. Next morning, obsessively checking phone every 5 minutes. Finally build courage around 2 p.m. Text. Hey cat lady, made it home without incident. She replies within minutes. Impressive, that flannel clearly has protective properties. Follows up immediately. Want to grab lunch and celebrate your survival skills. My face when she beat me to asking for second meetup. Meet at cozy sandwich shop she recommended, smells like fresh bread and coffee. She's already claimed a booth. Reading thick veterinary journal. Wearing oversized sweater and those same intriguing glasses. I stumble in looking like I dressed in dark, which I basically did. She glances up from journal, suppresses smile. You're improving marginally. Gee thanks, exactly the confidence boost I needed. Order food, she insists I try their specialty panini. Expand your horizons beyond pizza rolls, live dangerously. I retaliate by ordering her basic turkey sandwich. Thought you might want something as predictable as Melissa's life choices. She nearly chokes on iced tea, laughing until other diners look over. Conversation flows smoother than expensive wine. She shows me research project on tablet, tracking wildlife migration patterns, charts and graphs that actually make sense, population data analysis. Meanwhile, my most complex project is debugging login system. She asks to see my programming work, I hesitate. Finally show her mobile app I built for tracking expenses. Expect polite nodding, instead she examines interface carefully. This user experience design is actually intuitive and the data visualization is clever. My brain doing celebration dance while maintaining cool exterior. Conversation gets more personal. She opens up about family expectations. Apparently, Melissa always got praise while she felt invisible, found identity through helping animals, building career in science. I share about feeling inadequate in relationships, never being enough. She listens with genuine attention, asks follow-up questions. Soft piano music creating romantic atmosphere whether we want it or not. She leans forward, studying my face. Want to know what I really think. My brain preparing for emotional devastation or life-changing revelation. I think Melissa never deserves someone who actually listens. Me. What's so special about listening to people complain? She doesn't smile, expression completely serious. Because you care about answers. Silence thick enough to cut with butter knife. Before I can deflect with self-deprecating humor, she moves closer, slides across booth until we're sharing same space. Kisses me gently like she's been considering it all evening. Soft but intentional, tastes like gin and possibility. Pulls back, eyes searching mine. That wasn't as impulsive as it seemed. My brain experiencing complete system shutdown. She laughs at my expression, signals for check. Come on, let's get you home safely. My face when I just kissed my ex-fiance's cousin in secret speakeasy and definitely want it to happen again soon. Next morning, wake up with kiss replaying in high definition. Check phone compulsively like addiction, waiting for her message. Finally arrives at 11:30 a.m. So that was interesting development. Panic running multiple processes while I craft perfect response. Delete 47 drafts, settle on, yeah, unexpected but good. She replies instantly, "We're not mentioning this to Melissa, obviously." Covert operation relationship status activated. Next 3 weeks become PhD program in secret dating. Coffee meetings at places far from family neighborhoods. Evening walks in parks where we won't encounter mutual acquaintances. Bookstore browsing sessions followed by increasingly intense makeout sessions. Every date ending with longer kisses, more reluctant goodbyes. Both maintaining facade of casual friendship developing. Both completely lying about emotional attachment growing. One Thursday, she comes to my apartment for a first time, brings Chinese takeout and stack of nature documentaries. We eat orange chicken on living room floor, watching penguin migrations. She's curled against my side, commenting on animal behavior. Halfway through David Attenborough narration, she suddenly straddles my lap. Kisses me during dramatic scene about survival instincts, my attention completely abandoning documentary for more interesting subject. She pulls back grinning, "Sorry, was documentary too boring? My face when nature programs never felt this educational." Cuddling afterward, she traces coding calluses on my fingers. Some romantic comedy playing in background but neither watching. She draws invisible patterns on my chest. Casual intimacy feels revolutionary. Whispers, "This probably isn't smart idea." Then kisses me like logic doesn't apply to current situation. My willpower stat permanently reduced to 0. Meanwhile, Melissa occasionally sends wedding cancellation updates via text, completely unaware her cousin is borrowing my hoodies and leaving hair ties around, living dual existence like budget secret agent. Except instead of international intrigue, mission involves avoiding family gatherings. Month into clandestine relationship, Saturday movie marathon planned. She's claimed my entire couch, wearing my college sweatshirt. We're halfway through sci-fi thriller when doorbell destroys our peace. Both freeze like deer in headlights. Documentary knowledge useless now. Peek through peephole, my soul evacuates premises immediately. It's Melissa holding coffee and wearing determined expression. Oh shit.wav playing on endless loop. Zoe grabs Afghan, executes emergency dive behind couch. I attempt to look normal, open door minimal crack. Melissa, "Hey, didn't expect to see you here." She pushes inside. Needed to pick up engagement ring I left here somewhere. She begins searching through drawers like she owns the place. Meanwhile, her cousin literally 3 feet away playing furniture. Every tiny sound amplified to thunderclap levels in my paranoid state. Nervous system operating at maximum alert status. Melissa suddenly pauses. Is that vanilla perfume? Smells feminine in here. I mumble something about new air freshener and scented laundry detergent. She shrugs, continues ring hunting while scrolling Instagram. 37 minutes of psychological torture disguised as casual visit. Zoe probably developing claustrophobia under heavy blanket. Finally, Melissa finds ring in kitchen drawer, heads toward exit. We should definitely stay friends, this doesn't have to be weird. Door closes, silence, then muffled laughter from couch fort. Zoe emerges looking like she survived a natural disaster. Hair absolutely everywhere, sweater twisted, tears streaming from laughter. I was literally one cough away from ending both our social lives. Me. That was absolutely terrifying, not remotely funny. Also, me. Laughing until my sides hurt because survival euphoria. Close call achievement unlocked, stealth skills significantly improved, but also adrenaline rush made everything exponentially more thrilling. Weeks continue, still operating like undercover agents. Midnight diner visits, her using service elevator to reach my floor. Stolen time between her research deadlines and my project launches. Everything feels like romantic movie montage with indie soundtrack. But one evening, fundamental shift occurs in our dynamic. Ordered Vietnamese pho, watching foreign film with subtitles. She's nestled against me, occasionally translating cultural references. Halfway through movie notice, she stopped reading subtitles. Just studying my profile, like memorizing important details. Brain overheating from sustained eye contact. Me. Something on my face besides general awkwardness. She smiles, genuine and soft. You're actually amazing, you realize that? I deflect nervously. Wrong apartment must be mistaken identity. She doesn't laugh, just cups my face gently. I've never felt this comfortable with another person before. Silence loaded with unspoken confessions. My heart performing Olympic-level gymnastics routine. Programmer brain finally recognizing this evolved beyond casual months ago. She genuinely cares about me, and terrifyingly, I'm completely gone for her. She looks down, fidgeting with bowl chopsticks. We agreed this was temporary fun, right? No strings attached. I nod, but my chest feels like it's caving in. She whispers, I can't pretend anymore. I want all the strings with you. Pause, lasting approximately geological epochs. I take her hands, hold them like anchoring myself. Zoe, I haven't been pretending for weeks now. She exhales like releasing pressure she'd been holding forever. Kisses me slowly, deliberately, completely different from before. Less urgent, more like signing contract with the universe. My face when friends with benefits upgraded to actual relationship expansion pack. After mutual confession, everything transforms while staying familiar, still maintaining secrecy, but emotional landscape completely different. More good morning texts, less frantic energy, more leaving personal items at my place, claiming bathroom shelf space. She converts my spare closet into mini veterinary supply storage. I wake up to coffee brewing and her humming veterinary school songs. Domestic life beta testing exceeding all performance expectations. One morning find her at kitchen counter reviewing research data. Wearing my oversized t-shirt, hair in messy ponytail, completely absorbed. Just stand there realizing I want this scene every morning forever. Brain alert, you're in love with your ex-fiance's cousin, you magnificent disaster. Meanwhile, guilt meter permanently stuck at maximum reading. Melissa occasionally sends life updates, new relationship progress reports, completely oblivious to family drama unfolding in background. Address elephant in room during one of Zoe's late night data sessions. We can't maintain this secret indefinitely, someone will notice eventually. Zoe's laptop screen reflects worry in her glasses. I know, but the consequences terrify me. She closes research files, eyes getting watery. The family will implode. I sit beside her, brush hair from her face. But this is real, right? If we're building something lasting, it needs honesty as foundation. She stares like I suggested bungee jumping without rope, then nods slowly. You're absolutely right, but I'm scared. Both terrified, both holding tighter, love.exe running at full capacity. Conversation with Melissa approaching like final exam we can't study for. Sunday afternoon assumed we had safe space for once. Zoe's at my apartment working on grant proposal, research papers everywhere. She's wearing paint-stained lab coat, hair escaping from bun, totally focused. Domestic scene so perfect it physically hurts to witness. Sudden aggressive knocking interrupts our peaceful bubble. Check peephole, my soul abandoned ship immediately. It's Melissa with coffee shop cup and mission-focused expression. Red alert status, all hands on deck, prepare for impact. Zoe whispers, closet, but Melissa already using emergency key. Door swings open, Melissa enters like conquering army. Freezes completely seeing Zoe at my dining table. Surrounded by veterinary journals, wearing my university sweatshirt, research equipment spread everywhere like she belongs here. Laptop displaying her name on grant application. Melissa's brain visible processing error for extended duration. Eyes narrow dangerously, voice dropping to threatening whisper. What is happening here? Silence so dense you could build furniture from it. Zoe stands carefully, hands trembling but voice steady. Melissa, we really need to have conversation. Melissa's volume increasing exponentially. Conversation about what exactly? How you're dating my ex-fiance. Me standing there like background character waiting for scripted lines. Zoe attempts explanation. It developed naturally, we didn't plan anything. Melissa absolutely detonating. Things don't develop naturally, Zoe, you pursued this. 45 minutes of complete nuclear warfare in my small living space. Melissa screaming about betrayal, family bonds, basic human loyalty. Zoe maintaining calm but voice breaking. I never intended to hurt anyone. Me occasionally trying diplomatic intervention, immediately rejected by both parties. Upstairs, neighbors definitely preparing noise complaints. Eventually, Melissa grabs purse, voice turning arctic. You've destroyed everything we had as family. Hope your betrayal was worth it. Door slam registers on seismic equipment, pictures falling from walls. Apartment resembles aftermath of emotional tornado. Zoe sinks into chair, head in hands, whole body shaking. I kneel beside her. We anticipated this reaction. She looks up, mascara creating abstract art. Anticipating and experiencing our universes apart. She looked at me like I murdered her pet, like I'm complete stranger. Pull her into protective embrace, she clings like lifeline. Maybe this was terrible mistake. She whispers against my shoulder, I hold tighter, or maybe we're finally choosing honesty over convenience. She pulls back, searching my expression for uncertainty. Do you honestly believe this relationship justifies losing her permanently? Pause, then I frame her face with both hands. Zoe, you make me want to be a better person. I love you completely, chaos and consequences included. She starts crying harder while simultaneously smiling. You're ridiculous. I love you too, you beautiful disaster. Kiss tastes like salt water and brave new worlds. My face when we officially chose expert difficulty mode together. Following days equal comprehensive social media apocalypse. Melissa posting cryptic Instagram stories about family betrayal. Her friends flooding comments with supportive fire emojis and outraged faces. Received a furious Facebook essay from their grandmother in all caps. Zoe's phone buzzing constantly with family group chat explosions, both essentially banished from clan gatherings indefinitely. But amid external hurricane, we construct a private sanctuary. Zoe relocates more belongings to my place, establishes home office corner. I reorganize entire apartment to accommodate her research needs. Develop new rhythm. Morning coffee ritual, separate work periods, afternoon check-ins, evenings cooking together. She teaches me beyond bachelor cuisine survival. Falling asleep to sound of her typing research notes, keyboard clicking softly. Love operating optimally despite system-wide external errors. Friends' responses range from dude seriously what the hell to actually cute together. My best friend assigns me nickname Family Wrecker with affectionate irony. Zoe's veterinary colleagues making jokes about her robbing the cradle. She's 8 months older. We handle criticism together, presenting united front against judgment. Sometimes she gets contemplative, worried. What if she never speaks to me again? I pull her closer. Then we create chosen family with people who support us. She consistently tears up slightly, whispers, I want to build that future with you. My face when I transform from broken ex-fiancé to building meaningful life with forbidden love. 8 months later, Melissa maintaining complete communication blackout. Family events now navigate carefully territory we avoid entirely, but somehow we're not merely surviving, we're genuinely flourishing. Zoe's research getting published in prestigious veterinary journals. I receive promotion plus opportunity to lead development team. Celebrate with expensive dinner and wine that doesn't come in boxes. Walk home together, she wearing my jacket over professional dress. Slow dancing in living room to music drifting from neighbor's celebration. She whispers, can't imagine sharing this with anyone else. My heart doing marathon victory lap. Fortunately, you don't have to. 3 years later, upgraded to proper house together, not cramped apartment, but actual space with yard and functioning everything. Zoe's animal rescue operation covering entire basement level. My programming setup occupying converted garage office. Life stable for first time in recorded history. Relationships solid as granite. Still argue occasionally, but resolve with honest conversation and reconciliation. She calls me hopeless when I destroy kitchen experiments. I tease her about documentaries, making her emotional. Love flourishing in ways I never imagined possible for myself. One Saturday, walking home from farmer's market, her arms loaded with organic vegetables. She's explaining sustainable agriculture practices, soil samples under fingernails. My brain suddenly activates, stop procrastinating, you coward. Been secretly saving ring money for 8 months, hiding it behind programming textbooks. Heart hammering like construction equipment, guide her to community garden where we volunteer. She's still discussing composting techniques when I drop to one knee, extract ring box, voice shaking like earthquake aftershocks. Zoe. She stops mid-sentence, vegetables nearly scattering. Oh my god, what are you doing? We began as impossible plot twist nobody could have predicted, but you became the most important part of my existence. Will you marry me and make this beautiful chaos permanent? She gasps, hand covering mouth, tears instantaneous and cinematic, then laughs through crying. You absolutely ridiculous human, obviously yes. kisses me while I'm still kneeling, ring box rolling toward tomato plants. Random gardeners start applauding like extras hired for a romance scene. My face when secret relationship became public engagement in community garden. 10 months later, wedding planning in full swing. Small ceremony at Botanical Conservatory, string lights woven through greenhouse. Her veterinary friends mixing with my programming team, surprisingly harmonious blend. Best man incorporates family wrecker into speech. Audience laughs knowingly. Zoe walks down greenhouse aisle in vintage dress embroidered with small animals. Processional music from our first secret date playlist instead of traditional march. Melissa appears unexpectedly, sits in back section with neutral expression. My pulse stops, but Zoe just smiles, whispers, she actually came. After ceremony, Melissa approaches, voice still reserved, but not hostile. The situation remains bizarre, but she seems genuinely happy, so don't ruin it. Closest approximation to blessing we're likely to receive, I'll accept it. Reception in conservatory decorated with Zoe's favorite flowering plants. She dances in bare feet on polished concrete, dress flowing, laughing at my coordination attempts. Evening's end, quiet song, she whispers near my ear, worth every moment of chaos. My face when I married the woman I was never supposed to discover. Impossible beginning achievement permanently unlocked. Be me now, 38, married 7 years to most incredible force of nature alive. Small house became larger home with proper yard and rescue animal kingdom. Zoe's veterinary clinic operating from converted barn. My software company running from home office. Adopted 3 rescue dogs who obviously prefer her to me, completely understandable. Twin toddlers on the way, Zoe designing nursery with educational animal murals. Computer setup upgraded to handle both work projects and family photo storage. Melissa visits regularly for holidays, still delivers occasional subtle criticism, but also brings thoughtful gifts and asks about business developments. Strange peace treaty where nobody discusses our origin story. Family gatherings awkward but not actively combat zones anymore. My wife still calls me hopeless when I attempt cooking experiments. I still tease her about crying during nature documentaries. She's teaching our children animal care basics. I'm handling technology education. Date nights evolved from hiding in distant restaurants to actual social events, but we still prefer ending evenings at home, comfortable clothes, watching shows together. Sometimes I reflect on that original trivia night at brewery. Zoe approaching my table with knowing smile, rescuing me from isolation. My face when devastating breakup led to most fulfilling love story imaginable. Forbidden beginnings can transform into perfect fairy tale endings, just with more veterinary emergencies and family complexity than storybook version.